Trader Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. In a few hours, President Trump will have his last State of the Union address for his first term. So I'm pretty sure you're going to tune in. I'm actually going to tune in as well. So let me just try my best to get this video out the way so everyone can actually tune in. Anyway, so let's start off with ticker SEED. This is a daily chart dating back to March of 2019, almost a year's worth of data, but I really just want to focus in on what went on after we had this run up starting in the early part of January. Clearly, we had that run up for the past few trading days. The stock actually has been in a decline. So if you so happen to have jumped into this stock around 7, 8, 9, 10, sitting here at 620, you're wondering whether or not this stock will ever get back to a high of around, a recent high of around $10.73. For me, this candle here, exactly what occurred today, seems very much so as though a reversal is underway. To see whether or not that's actually going to materialize, you want to 100% pay attention to today's low. Obviously, you do not want the stock to dip below 592. In fact, for things to look the most rosiest, you definitely want this stock to open up above 620 tomorrow. If it can do that, I think you can see another few days of this stock actually trending up. What else? All right, and then we have ticker AGTC daily chart. It's up about 5.75% on the day. It's a bit flat after hours. You can see here we closed at 644. Another stock that essentially saw a big run up at the beginning of January to mid-January. It peaked at around, what was the peak? Around, let's see, let me zoom in a little bit. Peaked at around $10.42. You can see it definitely overshot resistance here of around $8. Couldn't hold that, and it has since, right? Does that make sense? It has since, right? Sounds like it makes sense. It's been in a decline since topping out at 1042. So again, not looking so great here. I don't see a reversal like I saw in ticker SEED, but you definitely want to pay attention to, I want to say, the most recent low, yesterday's low of 589. If it cannot hold that, if we break that, just be mindful there's a gap here to be filled at 428, and gaps are usually filled. What else? All right, so let's follow up with ticker TRIL. We're off about north of 3% on the day. You can see here a close of 397, up slightly in after hours. It's up about 1.15%. I see a quote of 403, so it kind of gets you somewhere around here. Anyway, another stock that experienced a run late December, early January, it has since pulled back. For me, the fact that it's managed to remain above what I'm going to call that support area of around $3.50, I think bodes well for anyone that is long. As long as I'm going to do like an under over. So as long as it can stay over 350, I think things are decent. You can potentially see it revisit this high here of around $4.86. If it dips below 350, and that, in my opinion, at that point, it's going to be sort of like slowing down or losing steam, and I would watch out because more than likely it will drift lower. So again, over under anything above 350, I think it's good, and right now hanging out at around 403, and after hours that bodes well for anyone that's long. If it so happens to crash below this red line here, below 350, I'd be a little bit cautious at that point. What else? All right, let's keep rolling. Ticker VSTM up about 15% on the day, closed at 217. You can see it's actually plowed through this resistance level of around $2, resistance that has held since we can say May of 2019. We're breaking above with decent volume, 217 here. Again, this is actually a relatively bullish setup, so if it so happens that it can stay above that $2 level, which was once resistance, now support. If it can stay above $2, you can see here there's very little overhead, and I would not be surprised to see this hit around $3. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if it can get to $3 and actually hold that, then we can go all the way back here and say that that $9, $10 level is not out of the question, right? But we're not there yet. One step at a time. The stock is severely damaged but it has been sort of trading sideways for a good 8 or 9 months, finally breaking through on decent volume. Close at 217 again. As long as it can stay above $2, it has a real shot at hitting 3. What else? All right, and then let's keep it rolling. Ticker iBio daily chart. It's up about 61% on the day, off about 6% in after hours. I see a quote of 41 cents. You can see here volume poured in. Definitely filled this gap a while ago, going as high today as 52 cents before pulling back to 44 cents. Now, the next resistance level that I see with this particular stock is around 60 cents. Will it get there? Well, I don't know. One of the things I would be paying attention to if I was long, and I am not, is essentially how the stock heading into tomorrow and the remainder of the week, exactly how the stock obviously performs, but shorter term tomorrow, how it actually opens up. We closed at 44 cents. We're down a bit in after hours. Now, if that continues into pre-market tomorrow, I mean that sell-off, and we open up below 44 cents, then that's not a good sign, and I would be very cautious because there's that gap of around 28 cents to be filled. If, however, conversely, heading into tomorrow, we actually start to get some buying underway and we actually open up above 44 cents, then that actually bodes well if you are long, because in that scenario, I can see it at minimum retesting today's high of 52 cents. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, just listen to it again. And if it still doesn't, then just comment in the comment section. What else? All right, and we're going to round it out with the S&P 500 daily chart, up about 1.5% on the day. We closed at 329, not far off of all-time highs of 332.53. I don't know what to say. Like, I thought today we were going to have a bit of a pullback, and that had a lot to do with sort of the structure of the candle yesterday. The low clocked in, this is yesterday, the low clocked in at 320, 322. And we closed at 324. So considering that we closed relatively close to the session lows, I thought that there was a bit of weakness and the market perhaps would pull back a little bit today. That did not happen. You have this little jump, this little gap. And we're up about 1.5% on the day. Not much range, right? We didn't have a great deal of range today, and that's fine. But it seems as though that this bull market refuses to die. Again, we had that 3% pullback towards the ending of January, beginning of February. I think, in my opinion, for the market to look the strongest, we need to pull back a little bit more. That does not necessarily mean the market is going to pull back more. But again, for me to get to that 400, which I projected for the ending of 2020, I think it's very much so a real possibility. Getting to 400, I think for that to happen in the best and healthiest way possible, the market needs to pull back a little bit. Now, it doesn't need to pull back to the tune of 15 or 20%, but if it can pull back from these current levels, an extra 4 or 5%, I think that is actually healthy and it would be the ultimate buying opportunity, all right? So that's my take. I'm going to be paying attention to that pullback. In the meantime, look, if you have a long-term portfolio, ensure that you're adding to it. Anyway, we're going to cap it there. Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of that video, do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. 2, ensure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. I do videos every day. And 3, this is the last thing. Right now we're hosting a free 14-day trading course on our website. I've been trading for a long time, about 20 years. And that 14-day trading course essentially talks about the really important things. I cut through all the fat, the really important things that has helped me become more consistent and profitable in my trading. So if that's something that you're interested in, no credit card required, then definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com, sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support.